when you have completed. The first strategy, fill in everything you know. So that's things like titles, thesis, and topic sentences. Those are a lot easier to do from just prior knowledge. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm grabbing that outline format, copying and pasting it to a blank document, and then brainstorming potential kind of ideas for each particular section. A potential idea for my title, potential ideas for defining the problem, the history and origins, the contemporary stuff, as well as possible solutions. I've highlighted what I've done just to kind of keep me motivated and on track. I'm going back in now and I'm creating some type of title. It's kind of catchy. It's a play on words between Arabic and Judaism, Arabic and Hebrew. And more or less it's just the simple format you've been taught of like catchy title, colon, and then explanatory sentence. After I have that title, which will probably change, but for right now it meets the requirements, I'm going in and doing that first part of the thesis statement, which is like, what am I arguing? What is the problem or the injustice? And so I'm just using that that tutorial that I did in class on how to create an argument, a thesis statement that is overarching and larger than just a 5-paragraph essay. And so I'm doing that by using really strong negative connotation words that allow my reader to see that this is a big problem, it needs to be acted on now, that understands a little bit of the context and the current state of it, and then proposes how one might act, what we can do to solve this particular problem. My thesis I will be revising for sure at least 2 to 3 more times, but right now it'll do. After I'm done with my thesis, I go into the part of my outline that I feel most confident writing topic sentences about, just from the hip, right? Shooting from the hip at this point. And so I go back into the current state of the problem, and that's easiest for me because it's like what's going on, what's in the news right now, what my family talks about when we get together. And so this particular issue I picked, I have some like personal connection to it, so it's pretty easy for me to talk about like the current stuff. One strategy I am using is I'm making more topic sentences than just 2. I think the original format had 2. I realized that like there's a lot for me to say, so I'm going to use more than just 2 topic sentences. I'm just going to keep copying and pasting that format until I have enough of what I think I need to argue. Now I'm moving up to history and origins. I'm using a strategy of just putting what I do know down, and then if I don't know the word I want to use, or if I'm kind of unclear about a term or a date, I'm just skipping it over. I'm just doing that underline, and I'll come back to it. I'm not worried. I don't spend a whole lot of time on kind of finding the right phrase. My big idea is that get down what you do have, and by the end of researching and reading about things, you'll know what goes in those blank spaces. So it's a really good strategy. It's like the reverse of when you are reading and you find a vocab word you don't know and you just skip it and read through it. It's the reverse. It's the writing version of that, which is exactly what I'm doing. Okay, the other thing I'm doing is I'm breaking my particular topic into time periods. So my topic goes way back, like millennia